You are watching the ACC on ESPN, presented by Allstate. This afternoon from the Comcast Center, the home Maryland Terrapins look to continue their winning ways against the South Carolina State Bulldogs. And with that, welcome courtside, everyone, with Mr. Bracketology, Jill Lenardi. I'm Dave Leno. South Carolina State is beginning an 8-game road swing. They only returned 3 players from last year's unit. Maryland is in the midst of an 8-game homestand. How good is this Maryland team, Joe?
Dave, potentially very good, and by that I mean potentially NCAA tournament good. And that would put the Terps a year, or at least a half a year, ahead of schedule with the building job that Mark Turgeon was hired to do here.
As we take a look at our one-on-one, we feature Mr. Outside and Mr. Inside, starting with South Carolina State's Khalif Toombs. This guy averages more than 15 points a game, and Maryland's big man, Alex Len.
Welcome to Jimmy V Week for Cancer Research on ESPN, as we continue our commitment to the V Foundation and Jim Valvano's dream to defeat cancer. Today's ESPN 3 game is presented by Allstate, as the Penn State Nittany Lions, coming off a loss to Boston College, host the Ivy League's Penn Quakers. And with that, welcome courtside, everyone, with veteran coach Nate Ross. I'm Dave Leno. Both these teams lost their stud point guard. Zach Rosen is gone for Penn. He's playing overseas in Israel. On the flip side for Penn State, Tim Frazier done for the year, ruptured his left Achilles in Puerto Rico. How did the teams move forward without them?
Dave Leno, you didn't get to go on the trip, but you got a little bit more on it.
Yeah, thank you very much, Lisa. This Penn State team, we see them gelling on the court. They're doing it off the court as well. They went to Europe in the middle of August to late August. They didn't have that much competition against those teams. They played a French team. They also played the Italian All-Stars. In fact, in one of the games, they had to turn off the shot clock. But again, like you said, it was all about traveling to the sites. Welcome back to the Pavilion. Columbia from the Ivy League beating Villanova by 4. Welcome back to Courtside with John Celestin. I'm Dave Leno. So far, John, 12 turnovers on Villanova. What would you like to see them do differently on the offensive end?
Well, not throw the basketball away. Obviously, that has been a problem here for the Wildcats in the first half. They have to take care of the basketball and get themselves quality looks at the basket.
As we take a look at our first half highlights, Columbia has been sensational from the three-point line, led by Frankowski with a game-high 9 points.
Dave Leno, you have a special guest for us.
Yes, we do, Lisa. We have the women's soccer head coach, Erica Walsh. Coach, thanks for joining us during halftime. You went on a spectacular run, national runner-up to UNC. How enjoyable was that journey for your program? Halftime at the Comcast Center. We're in the midst of a non-conference matchup between Maryland and South Carolina State. The Terps play with a productive up-tempo pace. Jimmy Dykes and Jay Williams tell us what its motion offense entails.
On the floor now with us is from the University of Maryland, James Padgett and Nick Faust. Maryland very good at running their motion offense.
Maryland hopes that motion offense works well in the second half. When we come back, Joe Lenardi and I will talk some early bracketology. Villanova trying to climb and make this a 4-point game, and they can't do it there. Arcidiacono outside to Hilliard, driving in, right hand, no. Bell trying to save it to Sutton. He lost it, and Mullins picks it up.
And I think Villanova passed up a few open three-point shots that may have been better looks than the one that they got at the end of the possession.
Villanova back on this man-to-man defense we saw in the first half. They went to zone a little bit. Baseline Barber. They swing it around perfectly. Mullins for 3. Bang! 6 points for Mullins, both three-pointers. Dixon might have got away with a walk there. Inside the Porto, battling her way, but Brevard says no. Bresnahan will run the floor. Left-hand scoop layup off the window and in. DiBernardo now. 13 goals on the season. Beautiful through ball looking for Mutz. Can she save it? It's live in front. Pulaski scores. Allen, this time again for Flack. Wessel was there. Birdway, Tamara. And now Dillard with the long tip.
Boyan, we haven't called her name in a little bit, but blocked once more. Flack is doing impeccably well in the middle.
Last year, Hallis had the top save percentage in the country at .826, 20 more points than any other goalkeeper.
Oh, she played that angle incredibly well.
Here's Armstrong, a chance to capitalize. It's in, and we're locked up at 3 as the superstar comes through. Chance here for Mutz, and they're fighting a line. Looking for Pulaski, and that hit the post. Ryan Woods will check back in now. Woods gets open, pump fake, and now a two-point attempt is good. It rattles in for Ryan Woods.
That's an amazing bucket. It's so hard to come in Division I, your first possession, and make a shot. A lot of guys take them and they miss them. Ryan Woods came in and just drilled his first time back in the game and hit that 12-footer.
He's collected 8 so far. Chidiakono wants it again. Off the back iron. And the rebound to Nweke. Miller. Outside, Nigel Sidner getting valuable minutes because of all the injuries. Stolen away from Arcidiakono. 17th turnover, and Sutton with a two-hand flush. 10 points for Mo Sutton, the senior.
Nice job by the big fella running the floor.
Eleven minutes to go in regulation. Villanova leading by 9. Ryan Woods trying to draw the contact. Nweke back up top to Woods. Wants the 3, and Woods connects.
Big time range right there by Ryan Woods. He's come in the game, scored the last 5 points.
Woods 11 in the contest. He's a 40% three-point shooter, and he exhibited it right there. Yakubu wants to try the answer. Oshefu down low, it goes off of him and back to NJIT. You have to like the hustle from both teams. You're seeing big guys run the floor and transition. Arcidiakono head up, looks for Mo Sutton. He takes care of the rest.